Hello everyone, I am Mary Sebastian, Vice Principal at KIMS College of Nursing, Secunderabad, Telangana. I will be dealing with management of COVID-19. Let's move on to the presentation. COVID-19, let's not panic, let's be prepared. Hakuna Matata. So as your friendly neighborhood nurse, not Spider-Man, let me make some suggestions. If you get COVID-19, you basically just want to prepare as though you know you're going to get a nasty respiratory bug like bronchitis or pneumonia. You just have the foresight to know it might come your way. So, how do we prepare ourselves? First, let's boost up our immunity with some natural nutrients. That includes citrus fruits such as lemon, orange, sweet lime, red bell peppers that is red capsicum, garlic, ginger, spinach, yogurt, almonds, sunflower seeds, turmeric, green tea, papaya, kiwi, poultry, shellfish, wheatgrass, pumpkin seeds, pineapple, berries. Oh, that's a lot to choose from. While these foods may help you recover from a cold faster, there is no evidence yet that it's effective against coronavirus. It means, although these foods boost general immunity and help us fight all infections, it is not an antidote for COVID-19. To keep ourselves healthy and happy during this lockdown period and otherwise also, we can boost up our mood with happy foods like banana, spinach, dark chocolate, milk and whole grains, poultry, fish, and of course water. We also need to follow a healthy lifestyle by maintaining a balance between diet, activity, leisure, exercise, rest and sleep. We can also prepare ourselves by making a big batch of our favorite soup, freeze and have on hand. We also need to keep ourselves hydrated. We can stock up on whatever our favorite clear fluids are to drink. It's a good idea to buy certain things ahead of time, such as tissue papers, paracetamol, mucus thinning cough medicine of choice such as Ascoril, Grillintis or any other brand, but check the label and make sure that you're not doubling up on paracetamol. Otherwise, honey and lemon also just works fine. You can also keep Vicks VapoRub handy, which can be rubbed on the chest for cough and cold, although it is not recommended for children 2 years and below. You can also purchase Otrivin drops or Carvol Plus, which can be used for nasal decongestion. If you have a history of asthma and you have a prescription inhaler, make sure the one you have isn't expired and refill it or get a new one if necessary. Also, if you have a pre-existing lung condition such as COPD, emphysema or lung cancer or are on any immunosuppressants, now is the time to talk to your doctor or specialist about what they would like you to do if you get sick. A humidifier would be a good thing to buy and use in your room when you go to bed overnight. Or you can just turn the shower on hot and sit in the bathroom breathing in the steam. So now that you're all set, be calm and prepare rationally and everything will be fine. So now we are all prepared and calm, but just in case if we still get COVID-19 symptoms such as itching and dryness in the throat, dry cough, high temperature or shortness of breath, well, we have all the remedies that we can follow which we discussed in the earlier slides. What else do we need to do? Rest lots. Yes, you should not be leaving your house. Even if you're feeling better, you will still be infectious for 14 days. Avoid meeting older people and those with existing health conditions like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases or renal disease. Also, wear gloves and a mask to avoid contaminating others in your house. Isolate yourself in your bedroom if not living alone. Ask friends and family to leave supplies outside to avoid contact. And also sanitize your bed linen and clothes frequently by washing and cleaning your bathroom with recommended sanitizers. 90% of healthy adult cases thus far have been managed at home with basic rest, hydration, over-the-counter medications. When it comes to children, one major relief to parents is that kids do very well with coronavirus. They usually bounce back in a few days, but they will still be infectious. So just use pediatric dosing. You need to go to the hospital if you have trouble breathing or very high fever over 39 degrees centigrade and unmanaged with medications. If there is persistent pain or feeling of pressure in the chest, mental confusion or inability to arouse, bluish discoloration of lips or face, and if you have been advised by the treating medical officer. Now, let's look at the ICMR guidelines as to who is eligible for home isolation. The person should be clinically assigned as a very mild case or pre-symptomatic case by the treating medical officer. Also, such cases should have the requisite facility at their residence for self-isolation and also for quarantining the family contacts. The caregiver should be available 24/7. A communication link between the caregiver and hospital is a prerequisite for the entire duration of home isolation. The caregiver and all close contacts of such cases should take hydroxychloroquine prophylaxis as per the protocol and as prescribed by the treating medical officer. Install Arogya Setu app and it should remain active at all times through Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, or you can also report to 104 or mail your queries to the mail ID that is displayed on the screen. They will guide and follow up with you every day. State helpline numbers are available along with the central helpline number which is displayed on the screen. The patient will also sign an undertaking on self-isolation wherein he states his identity and area of residence and that he is being diagnosed as a confirmed or suspected case of COVID-19, that he will voluntarily maintain strict self-isolation at all times for the prescribed period. And during this period, he will agree to monitor his health and those around him and interact with the assigned surveillance team through 1075 or 104 in case he suffers from any deteriorating symptoms or any of his close family contacts develop any symptoms consistent with COVID-19. He will also agree to follow all precautions while he is under self-isolation and that he will also be liable to prescribed law for non-adherence to self-isolation protocol. Now, let's look at the WHO guidelines of home care for people with suspected or confirmed COVID-19. When the patient is ill with fever and cough, he needs to clean his hands frequently with soap and water for at least 40 seconds. So that is singing the happy birthday song twice or the ABC song twice. An alcohol-based hand rub also can be used for at least 30 seconds or until it has dried. The steps of hand washing has already been discussed by Ms. Divya Jiji in her presentation. The patient should stay in a separate room from other family members, but if it is not possible, should wear a medical mask or a triple layered mask. The mask should be discarded after 8 hours of use, or if the mask gets dirty with secretions, it must be changed immediately. All items that will not be reused should be discarded in 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. A distance of 3 feet has to be maintained between the patient and the other people. Keep the room well ventilated and if possible, use a dedicated bathroom. The patient should stay at home, should not attend work, school or public places. He should rest, drink plenty of fluids and eat nutritious food. This we have already discussed in our previous slides. When coughing or sneezing, he should cover his mouth and nose with flexed elbow or use disposable tissue and discard after use. If the patient experiences any difficulty in breathing, the healthcare facility has to be notified immediately. WHO guidelines for caregivers. The caregiver should ensure that the ill person rests, drinks plenty of fluids and eats nutritious food. The caregiver should frequently clean hands with soap and water or alcohol-based rub, especially after any type of contact with the ill person or their surroundings, before, during and after preparing food, before eating, after using the toilet. He should identify frequently touched surfaces by the ill person and clean and disinfect them daily with 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. Also wear a medical mask when in the same room with an ill person. Do not touch the mask or face during use and discard it afterward. Use dedicated dishes, cups, eating utensils, towels and bed linens for the ill person. These should be washed thoroughly with soap and water. Also, do not dust towels or bed linens. Lastly, call your healthcare facility immediately if the ill person worsens or experiences difficulty breathing. WHO guidelines for all members of the household of the infected person. Wash hands with soap and water regularly, especially after coughing or sneezing, before, during and after you prepare food, before eating, after using the toilet, before and after caring for the ill person, and when hands are visibly dirty. When coughing or sneezing, cover mouth and nose with flexed elbow or use a disposable tissue and discard immediately after use. Avoid unnecessary exposure to the ill person and avoid sharing items such as eating utensils, dishes, drinks and towels. And lastly, monitor everyone's health for symptoms such as fever, cough and if difficult breathing appear, call the healthcare facility immediately, that is 104 or 1075. If 1% sodium hypochlorite solution is not available, you can make your own bleach solution to clean surfaces by following these 6 steps. First, wear clothes and shoes you don't mind spilling on, pin your hair back and wear rubber gloves. Second, mix 1 cup of bleach with 5 gallons of water, that is approximately 250 mg of bleach powder in approximately 19 liters of water. Third, carefully pour the bleach into the container first, then add the water. Fourth, increase the amounts of bleach and water proportionately to make a larger amount of disinfectant solution. Fifth, place the lid tightly on the container and gently shake it back and forth a few times to mix. And sixth, never add any other ingredient to the bleach solution. As per ICMR, what is the duration of home quarantine? If you have come in contact with a confirmed case, you have to be quarantined for a period of 14 days. If you have come in contact with a suspected case, you still have to be quarantined for 14 days, but you can discontinue your isolation if the suspected case's lab reports have turned out negative for COVID. When can you discontinue home isolation? A patient can end home isolation after 17 days of onset of symptoms, or if the patient had undergone a lab test while he was pre-symptomatic, he can still discontinue home isolation after 17 days, or if they have no fever for 10 days without any medication, and there is no need for testing after the home isolation period is over. In this presentation, we have seen how to prepare oneself to fight COVID-19, things to keep handy, when to go and when not to go to the hospital, and the ICMR guidelines. The references are put up on the slide. The presentations on COVID-19 uploaded in the Pentagon Nursing Academy have mostly been taken from these references. Thank you for joining me. Have a nice day.